Welcome to another episode of Roxy's Ride and Inspire, focusing on slow speed skills, specifically on trackstand variations. The hashtag of today is SKILLZOVERSHRED, because you always want to work on your skills in order to shred better. Trackstand variation means that we're adding some variations to our trackstand. This is a super great skill if you're in COVID lockdown, or if you're just warming up for some other training, or if you just have some time on your ride. I can really advise you to always work on your slow speed skills, because skills over shred also implies that once you refine your skills, you slow down to refine, that's when you get finesse to shred safely and efficiently afterwards. I will be starting to demonstrate the exercises in order of difficulty. This is the first one, and I'm leaning against an object. My front wheel is almost perpendicular to the object, and I'm finding my balance over my feet. You can see you can also take off a hand to really prove to yourself that you're heavy on your feet and almost weightless in your hands. And you can start off by pulling the brakes when you get there and letting go later, and then right away. The next variation is leaning sideways. So really leaning your bike to the side, and at the beginning you have the brakes pulled, and then the next difficulty is letting go of the brakes and also letting go of each hand. You can see I'm not leaning the saddle against my inner thigh, so the bike is nice and free below me, and I'm also not locking the brakes. This increases the difficulty. Variation number 3 is riding against the wall frontally and finding my balance there. The brakes are not locked the entire time. To leave the wall again, I can push myself backwards and ratchet away. As you can now see, you don't need a lot of contact patch, so you can take this to tiny little contact patches like a curb or any kind of little tree, and just make it harder on yourself as you progress. Variation number 4 is looking for an uphill slope. Since I don't have an uphill in my garden, I'm using the mountain bike hopper as an uphill slope. The idea of this exercise is to use gravity as your friend. As you can see, I'm moving backwards and forwards, so I'm letting gravity push me backwards, ratcheting backwards, and then ratcheting forward again. This way, I can find my balance without needing to use the brakes. If you happen to have a cool ramp like I do, or if you have a hill that gets steeper and steeper, you can make it harder on yourself by taking it to steeper slopes, like you can see right now. You will always have a favorite direction. With me, it's right foot forward and front wheel turned to the left. Always practice the other versions as well. Like you can see now I'm practicing my front wheel to the right. And also here, I'm increasing the steepness step by step. Variation number 5 is now taking your other foot forward. Everyone has a preferred stance. Mine is right foot forward, and now I'm practicing left foot forward. This is really going to make you very versatile on the trail to also practice with the other foot forward. Variation number 6 is now downhill. So you want to pull the brakes, find your balance, and try to track stand with your brakes pulled on a downhill slope. This one is the most advanced one. Why do you think this one is the most challenging? Comment below. And variation number 7 is just the regular track stand without a slope. So I'm standing in the flat, and I'll be practicing all 4 directions. So you can see sometimes I can use the saddle in my inner thigh, and then I want to let go again. So the aim is to have the bike in between your legs and not touching your inner thigh. And you also want to practice all directions. So right and left foot at the front, handlebar turned left, handlebar turned right. And in my demo right now, you saw that was with my bad foot forward. So not with my chocolate foot, but with the other one. And it makes such a difference. To me, at least, it does. Now we're ready for variation number 8, which is track stand in the flat and taking one hand off. As you can see, track stands have infinite possibilities, almost. So just be open, be imaginative, and play around with them. It is really a skill that is very important for any level of rider. So take your time and practice your track stands. And another fun one to add, although this is quite advanced, is the 360-degree turning track stand. I saw this on the Leech connection, which if you don't know it already, you have to check it out. It's an amazing online coaching community, and that's where I got this idea from, and I practiced it, and here it is. Of the track stand, I've come full circle. So I start into one direction and I turn around until I've come full circle. It is a fun and advanced exercise because it combines a lot. It combines forward, backwards, ratcheting, braking, and the regular track stand. Enjoy it. Variation number 10 as a little bonus is the hop hop mini stoppie backwards mini track stand. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then I would appreciate it if you clicked subscribe and of course you share it with friends. And if you want to support me, then I have a Buy Me a Coffee link down because I love coffee and I would really appreciate it if you bought me one. See you again for my next episode. If you have questions, always ask, and do let me know in the comments below how it's going for you. Have a great day and goodbye.